CPU. CPU has different categories: physical size, work, name, where, parts, types. These are the categories of CPU. One by one I will explain. So first we will see physical size. So physical size, in earlier days CPU occupy the large room. Then afterwards it come to the multiple cabinets like this. Okay, then also it will take this space. Nowadays in the advanced technology has came, so that's why size is reduced. So it starts from the first generation. In the first generation, you know that what is the invention that times? Vacuum tubes, right? Then afterwards transistor. Third generation, integrated circuits has came. So integrated circuit short form is IC. So in the integrated circuit, these are integrated circuits. So that times one or more IC is required in the computer system. It depends on the work it is there. Then afterwards it came to the microprocessor. After integrated circuit in the fourth generation microprocessor has came. So in the microprocessor it is a single microchip. So nowadays we are using in the every computer system only to the microprocessor. So now we'll see work. What is the work of CPU? So input device, output device I already explained in the two separate videos. Then now we will see to the processor. What is the work of processor? Through the input device it will accept the data and it will send to the processor. Processor work is process these data and instructions and then send to the output device. Output device receive the data and then display it. This is the work of the whole computer system. And if we will see that only the processor task, that is process the data and instruction, and processor has different parts. So these parts that times I will explain that which part has which type of work. Now name of the CPU. CPU has many names. This is the full form: Central Processing Unit. Short form is called CPU. It is also called brain of a computer, microprocessor and processor. Okay, brain of the computer because here all the calculation and comparison part, decision making parts, it's a happen. So that is why it is called brain of a computer. And CPU's size is reduced, so that times we are telling that microprocessor. Okay, CPU, so that is why it is called microprocessor and processor also. Where it is inside of the computer system. Otherwise we can say that CPU box. Inside of the CPU box it's available. Now we will see parts of the CPU. It has three parts: ALU, arithmetic logic unit, control unit, CU and register. These are the parts of CPU. Later I will explain one by one these parts. Now we will see types of microprocessor. That means we are talking about fourth generation of computer, right? Microprocessor. So in the first generation, here I explain in the microprocessor generation. Okay, we are talking about here microprocessor generation. So here generation, era, chip type, which type of chip they are using, that times, what size, maximum memory size, clock speed, cores and example. Okay, CPU depends on the chip type, word size and clock speed and codes. Okay, and maximum size also we will see that. So this is the actual types of one particular processor. Okay, so in the first generation it came 1971 to 73. Which type of chip that times they were using? Large scale integration, LSI. What is the word size? 4 or 8 bit. Maximum capacity, see, that is the 1 KB. Then clock speed 1082 to 200 kilohertz. Then single cores. Example Intel 8080. I have shown that all the examples. Here, look at here, chip type. Second generation, large scale integration. Third generation, very large. Then afterwards, very large. Fourth and fifth, small scale integration. Okay. SLSI, exact full form I not remember this time. SLSI. Nowadays word size is 64 bit and maximum capacity is 64 GB, and clock speed, cores, multi-cores we are using, and our example is microprocessor, Pentium, Celeron, Xeon. These are the examples of microprocessor. SLSI, tell me children in the comment section, what is the full form of SLSI? Arithmetic and logic unit. These are the parts of CPU. Okay, first part is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. What is the work? Through the input device, it will accept the data, and this data will send to the memory, fetching this program, and control unit we will see in the control part, and then afterwards sent to the ALU, sent to the memory unit, sent to the ALU. For which purpose? For calculation, arithmetic operator, and comparison. These two parts will work by the ALU. Okay, so who will send? Memory unit will send, and then after calculating arithmetic operation or comparison, then afterwards it will send back to the memory unit, and this memory unit sent to the output device. Okay, so arithmetic, calculation and comparison from memory to ALU, from memory to arithmetic logic unit, it will send it, and then after calculating and it will send back to the again from ALU to memory. Means here memory unit is there and here ALU is here. Okay, so first it will send like this. After completing the task, it will send back to the memory again, and this memory unit will send to the output device. And logic unit is a decision making to the computer, capability of decision making to the computer. Why? Because it's compare the data and generate to the result as a true or false, right? So this is the arithmetic and logic unit. See, arithmetic, that means calculation, arithmetic operation. This is the arithmetic. Logic unit, logic means it will compare the data, So which type of compare? It is smaller than or not, greater than or not. Okay, smaller than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, both are equal or not, both are not equal. Okay, we will check it. So whenever comparison part is there or arithmetic part is there, both will solve by the ALU only. That's why name is arithmetic and logic unit. Now come control unit. Control unit work is first come first serve, means it's control the sequential or linear sequences. Through this diagram, try to understand. Input device, enter the data, and whenever enter the, suppose if you have pressed A, fit the data A, so then it will send to the control that unit, because after if you will not write anything, it will hold that cursor. Who? Control unit. And then control unit, this data will send to the memory unit, and this memory unit send this data to the ALU for calculation and comparison, and then afterwards ALU, after solving, it will send back to the memory, and memory again send to the CU. Okay, whenever it's come to the memory, it will control it, and then afterwards control unit will send to the output device, right? And then through this output device, it will display the result, right? So it's control unit acting as a supervisor, that means guide that data and controlling that data. Okay, control the flow of data. Which type of? First, from input device to memory, and from memory to output. If you will ask that flow of this data, input device to memory you will send, and then memory to output device. Okay, so input device to memory whenever sending, so that times control unit is here, it's control that data and sending to the memory unit, and after memory unit, just like in the memory, it will calculate it, because memory unit's task is that it will send the data to the ALU for calculation and comparison, and ALU's task that it will return back to the, send the data back to the memory unit only, and then this memory will send to the data to the output device. So here one control unit is here once again. So, and this control unit, this controls the data, and one by one it will send to the output device, right? So this is the work of control unit. Now we will see register. Register means memory. Register means memory. Okay, and types of memory we will see in the another session. So in the register or local memory, it is limited size. It has the limited size and number. It will store to the small amount or units of data. It will store small amount, means whatever, whenever CPU will process, that times that result will store it. That times that result will store it. Whenever you will feed that data also can store it here only, and then afterward send it to the ALU, and ALU will send back to the here only. Okay, so it is the part of the CPU. Different register are used for storing the data. I have already told that. Instruction or intermediate result. Storing the data means through the input device, whenever you will feed the data, it will come to the register unit, and register unit will, what will do? Just store the data for temporary, and then it was sent to the ALU. Then again ALU solve this problem and then send back to the register, and registers will send to the output device, right? And CU is control unit, is inside of just like a mediator of ALU and register. Here also through the input device to registers, whenever we are sending the data for temporary purpose to storing the data, that times also CU is here to control that data one by one in the follow the sequential order. What is the which work? It is the control unit work. Okay, and then when register will send to the ALU, and then ALU again send back to the, that times also CU will control it. And now registers, after getting the result, then registers work is sent to the data to the output device. That times also that control unit is here to control the data, and one by one data can, that means correct result will generate. Okay, so in this CPU, what we have seen, that first physical size of the CPU, then name of the CPU, work of the CPU, what is the work of the CPU, okay, name, where it is available, that one also we have seen that, then parts of the CPU, right? And types of processor also I have explained here. So many categories, whatever categories is available in this CPU, I try to explain in this session. Then also if you have any doubt, then write in the comment section.